guys, I'm Kelsey. You all already know that. I'm a junior. Technically, this is my fourth year of school. So I have 1 year left. I'm a dietetics major. And a little bit about myself. This is my family. I don't know how well you can see them. I'm going to get really close to this camera, so in case you watch it again, there's my family. I have a 17-year-old sister. Her name is Faith. And then my two parents, they live in Snohomish, which is about like half an hour north of Seattle. So that's a little bit about me. Also, I enjoy running, and I have a horse, so that's kind of what I like to do on the weekends. So, more about me. For my Myers-Briggs, I am a ENFJ. So I'm extrovert, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And so extrovert, I kind of want to talk about a little bit. I definitely love being with people, and I love being on a team. So like this is really great for me. I am usually pretty outgoing and like pretty charismatic about stuff, especially like new ideas. So if we are in a group meeting and like I have something to contribute, I might be like super stoked about it and pumped. And one of the things on the test that it said to look out for is you might be good at manipulating people, and it said that I'd be a good car salesman. So, with that said, if I get like super excited about something, don't let that make you feel like you have to go with my idea just because like I talk a lot about it and it sounds good. So like I just get excited. It's okay to say no, or like we should go with something else probably. So yeah, that's about me being extrovert. And then okay, so how I scored J, it's kind of funny. So I feel like I can go back and forth with that. I am really organized at home and in my workspace. Like everything is where it should be, and that's probably like the German in me coming out. Like I'm pretty organized that way. And I'm like that with my schedule too. So like you've probably seen my planner. All of you have probably seen my planner. I am always writing things out. I have a lot of stuff that I try to cram into my day, which probably isn't super healthy, but I always write out when I need to be at work, when I need to be at school, what I need to do at certain times. So that's my J coming out. But then also, when I took the type A personality test, I scored super low. Like, I'm so not type A. I scored like a 16. So I am not super competitive or like super into, I mean, yes, I'm into achievement, but like not so much so that I'm going to ignore other people. Like for me, relationships come first. So it's not so much about using people for their connections or anything like that. So yeah, not type A at all, but I am really busy and really organized, and I do kind of like to have things scheduled. I almost wish that it wasn't that way, but with all the stuff that I try to cram into my life, I kind of have to be that way. So going into my strengths, I would say probably organization is a really big thing for me. Also commitment. So if I'm assigned a task, I'm going to do it because that is my responsibility, and I'm not going to want to let anybody down on this team. So if I say I'm going to do something, I will. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I will probably be there. Another strength I would say is my optimism. I usually look on the bright side of things and like generally have a positive attitude about everything. Also, in a lot of my tests, it talked about my ability to deal with conflict. So a couple of them said that I would be a good conflict mediator. So if anything ever comes up, whether it's regarding me or other people on the team, I might be a good person to go to. Or like if you're having a problem with something, you can totally come talk to me. I don't enjoy confrontation, but I don't mind it. So I'm willing to have maybe harder conversations between people or like help work something out. That probably will not happen, but just know that I am there and can help with that. Also, so one of my strengths is, especially with group projects, usually what ends up happening is a lot of different people have tasks and individual things they work on, and then it gets compiled together into one project. And I really like editing, not like tearing apart people's work, but like just making sure that everything looks uniform and it kind of flows and it sounds like it's one project instead of like 5 individual projects. So yeah, that's one of my strengths, something that I like to do. A weakness, I kind of already talked about this, but because I'm an extrovert and get excited about my ideas, I might, not that I'm a bad listener, but I may not hear other people's ideas as much just because, you know, I might be so excited about one idea that I think like this is the best thing to do and like this sounds great to me. So keep me accountable, make sure that I'm listening to everyone and that I'm using everybody's ideas. And one other weakness that I'll just talk about briefly is overbooking myself. So sometimes I try to cram too much into a day, and I'm bad at saying no to people. And especially if somebody else on the team needs help with something, I'm going to be completely open to that and will never shut you down. And this can sometimes lead to stretching myself kind of thin, which can be a bad thing just because I'll still try to get everything done, but it may not be the best quality that it could be if I have more time to spend on it. So maybe that's something to be aware of. If any of you ever want to check in with me and ask how I'm doing, or if I feel like I have too much going on, totally do that because that might help me. And I want every component of our project to be the best it can be. So I don't want to take on everything, not too much, and not do the best quality.